Right now, millions of Americans are putting money into retirement accounts, and most of them are walking straight into traps they don't even know exist. The 401k you think is building your future? It might be quietly eating your returns. The Roth IRA everyone recommends? It has an income ceiling that locks people out. And the traditional IRA? There's a rule buried inside it that can silently destroy your entire backdoor Roth strategy. But here's the thing. Once you see these traps, you can actually turn them into weapons. I'm Sam, and today I'm walking you through every trap hiding inside your 401k, Roth IRA, and traditional IRA, so you never lose a dollar you didn't have to. And stick around for Chapter 4, because there's a legal backdoor trick that changes everything for high earners. Here's exactly what you're getting today. Number 1. The hidden fees and tax traps inside your 401k that your HR department never explained. Number 2. The Roth IRA income ceiling and the legal workaround most people miss. Number 3. The traditional IRA rule that secretly sabotages backdoor conversions. And number 4. How to use all three accounts together like a tax strategy weapon, based on where you are in your career. By the end of this, you'll know more than most financial advisors tell you for free. I'm Sam from the American Finance, and look, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research, talk to a pro. Cool? Cool. Let's get into it. All right, let's start with the big one, the 401k, the account 70 million Americans use, and the one with the most traps. Okay, the 401k. On paper, it looks amazing. Your employer matches your contributions. That's free money. You get a tax deduction today, and the money comes straight out of your paycheck before you can spend it. In 2026, you can put in up to $24,500. If you're over 50, add another $8,000 on top. But here's where people stop paying attention, and that's where the traps start. Trap number 1, fees. Most 401k plans give you a handful of fund options, and a lot of them charge expense ratios of 0.5, 0.8, even over 1%. Sounds small, right? Over 30 years, a 1% fee on a $500,000 portfolio eats over $150,000. Trap number 2, the early withdrawal penalty. Pull money out before age 59 and a half, and you're hit with a 10% penalty on top of regular income tax. That's like handing the IRS a third of your withdrawal just for needing your own money early. Trap number 3, the 401k loan. Sounds harmless, right? You're borrowing from yourself. But if you leave your job or get laid off, that entire loan balance could come due by your next tax filing deadline. And if you can't pay it back, the IRS treats it as a taxable distribution. Now here's one most people completely overlook. Trap number 4, the vesting schedule. That employer match everyone raves about? It might not actually be yours yet. Your employer says they'll match your contributions, but that match might not actually be yours yet. Many companies use a vesting schedule where you only own a percentage of the match over time. Leave too early and you could forfeit thousands. And the biggest trap of all, trap number 5, the tax bomb. See, a 401k doesn't eliminate your taxes, it just delays them. Every single dollar you pull out in retirement gets taxed as ordinary income. And if tax rates go up between now and then, you could end up paying more, not less. So yeah, the 401k has some teeth. But here's the good news. There's one account where you never pay taxes on withdrawals. Ever. Not a penny. Let's talk about it. All right, if you just got here, this is the account everyone talks about, the Roth IRA. Tax-free growth, tax-free withdrawals, no required minimum distributions while you're alive. It's the golden child of retirement accounts. But here's the catch, and this is the trap that catches a lot of people off guard. There's an income ceiling. In 2026, if you're single and earning over $153,000, you start getting phased out. Over $168,000, you're locked out completely. Married filing jointly, the phase-out starts at $242,000 and cuts off at $252,000. So if you and your spouse are both earning solid incomes, you might already be locked out and not even realize it. Trap number 2, the contribution limit. Even if you qualify, you can only put in $7,500 a year. If you're 50 or older, $8,600. Compare that to the 401k's $24,500 limit, and the Roth starts to feel pretty small. Trap number 3, the 5-year rule. Even if you do a Roth conversion, moving money from a traditional IRA into a Roth, you can't touch the converted amount for 5 years without penalties. People who convert and then need the money before year 5 get hit with that same 10% early withdrawal penalty. And trap number 4, withdrawal ordering. The IRS has a specific order you have to follow. Contributions come out first, tax-free, then conversions, then earnings. Pull earnings out before 59.5 and you're paying taxes and penalties. The order matters more than people think. Okay, before you close out this video thinking the Roth IRA is pointless if you earn too much, hold on. Remember the trick I teased in the first minute? This is it, the backdoor Roth IRA. Here's how it works. You contribute to a traditional IRA, which has no income limit. Then you convert that money into a Roth IRA. Completely legal. The IRS allows it. And just like that, you're past the velvet rope. But, and this is the part that trips people up, there's a catch. It's called the pro-rata rule, and it lives inside the traditional IRA. That's exactly where we're going next, because this one rule can silently destroy your entire backdoor strategy. Okay, if you just jumped in, welcome. We've covered the 401k traps and the Roth IRA traps. Now we're at the one most people skip entirely, the traditional IRA. And honestly, that's a mistake, because this account has a trick that changes everything. The traditional IRA's main selling point is the tax deduction. You put money in and you might be able to deduct it from your income that year. Sounds great, but here's trap number 1. That deduction has an income limit, and it's way lower than you'd think. In 2026, if you're single and covered by a retirement plan at work, your deduction starts phasing out at $81,000. By $91,000, it's gone completely. Married, filing jointly, the phase-out runs from $129,000 to $149,000. After that, you get zero deduction. Trap number 2, required minimum distributions. Once you turn 73, the IRS forces you to start pulling money out of your traditional IRA every single year, whether you need it or not. And every dollar that comes out gets taxed as income. You don't get a choice. And if you forget or miss an RMD, the penalty used to be 50% of whatever you didn't take out. They dropped it to 25% and 10% if you fix it within 2 years. But still, that's a brutal hit for just forgetting a deadline. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would I ever use a traditional IRA? Here's why. And this is the part I warned you about at the beginning. Pay attention, because this one rule can make or break your entire Roth strategy. Trap number 3, the pro-rata rule. Remember the backdoor Roth? You put after-tax money into a traditional IRA and then convert to a Roth. Simple. But if you already have any pre-tax money sitting in any traditional IRA, the IRS doesn't let you just convert the after-tax part. They make you convert a proportional mix of both. Here's a quick example. Say you have $90,000 in pre-tax IRA money and you contribute $10,000 after-tax for a backdoor conversion. The IRS says 90% of your total IRA balance is pre-tax, so 90% of your conversion is taxable. You wanted a tax-free move. You got a tax bill instead. The fix? Roll all your pre-tax IRA money into your 401k before you do the conversion. That zeroes out your traditional IRA balance, and now the pro-rata rule has nothing to grab onto. Clean conversion. No surprise tax bill. So now you know the traps in all 3 accounts. But here's where it gets interesting, because these 3 accounts, used together the right way, become something completely different. Let me show you. All right, if you just got here, this is the part that matters most. We've gone through the traps in the 401k, Roth IRA, and traditional IRA. Now I'm going to show you how to use all 3 together based on where you actually are in your life right now. Stage 1, early career, lower income. This is where the Roth IRA is your best friend. You're in a low tax bracket right now. Pay the taxes today while they're cheap and lock in tax-free growth for the next 30 or 40 years. Max out that Roth first, every single dollar you can. Stage 2, mid-career with an employer plan. Here's the order. Step 1, contribute enough to your 401k to get the full employer match. That's free money. Never leave it on the table. Step 2, max out your Roth IRA. Step 3, go back and fill the rest of your 401k up to the limit. And if your income pushes you past the Roth IRA limits, that's when you use the backdoor Roth, traditional IRA contribution, then convert. Just remember, clear out any pre-tax IRA money first so the pro-rata rule doesn't bite you. Stage 3, high earner. Now the 401k becomes your primary weapon. Max it out for the full tax deduction. At a high income, that deduction is worth more. Run the backdoor Roth on the side for tax-free growth. And if you're self-employed, the solo 401k lets you contribute up to $72,000 total in 2026 as both the employee and the employer. And here's the advanced play for early retirees, the Roth conversion ladder. Each year, you convert a chunk of your 401k or traditional IRA into your Roth. Wait 5 years, and those converted dollars come out tax-free and penalty-free. Do this every year, and you build a rolling ladder of tax-free income before you even hit 59 and a half. The whole point of using all three accounts isn't just to save more. It's to diversify your tax exposure. Pre-tax money, tax-free money, and taxable money. When you have all three buckets in retirement, you can pull from whichever one makes sense that year. Tax rates go up, pull from the Roth. Low income year, pull from the 401k while the bracket is cheap. That's the strategy. But before you go, I saved the most expensive mistakes for last. These are the ones that cost Americans the most money over a lifetime, and I guarantee at least one of them applies to someone watching right now. All right, rapid fire. 5 retirement account mistakes that cost Americans the most money over a lifetime. I'm putting a dollar figure on each one so you can see exactly what's at stake. Mistake number 1, not getting the full employer match. If your employer matches 3% and you're only contributing 2%, you're literally leaving free money on the table. On a $60,000 salary with a 3% match, that's $1,800 a year you're throwing away. Over 30 years with compound growth, that's over $150,000. Gone for nothing. Mistake number 2, cashing out your 401k when you change jobs. This one is brutal. You leave a job, you've got $30,000 sitting in your old 401k, and you just take the cash. The IRS hits you with income tax plus that 10% early withdrawal penalty. On $30,000, that could be $10,000 gone instantly. Just roll it over. It takes one phone call. Mistake number 3, ignoring the Roth IRA because you think you earn too much. We literally just covered the backdoor strategy. It's legal. It works. But so many people hear income limit and just give up. Meanwhile, they're missing out on decades of tax-free compound growth. Mistake number 4, keeping pre-tax IRA money lying around and accidentally triggering the pro-rata rule on your backdoor conversion. Someone watching this right now has an old rollover IRA sitting at some brokerage they forgot about. And when they try the backdoor Roth, that forgotten account turns their tax-free conversion into a taxable mess. And mistake number 5, the one that costs the most over a lifetime, never adjusting your strategy as your income changes. The person who maxes their Roth at 25 and does the exact same thing at 45 and 55 is leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars of tax optimization on the table. Your accounts should evolve as your career does. 5 mistakes, 5 traps you now know how to avoid. The people who get this right aren't smarter, they're just paying attention. And you just did. Now here's the thing, everything I just covered is federal, but your state taxes change this math completely. Some states have no income tax at all. Others will take another 5, 10, even 13% on top. Drop your state in the comments because I might make a full breakdown on the best and worst states for retirement. If this video helped you see traps you didn't know were there, hit that like button so YouTube shows this to more people who need it. And if you're new here, subscribe. I break down money, taxes, and investing in plain English every single week. No jargon, no fluff, just the stuff that actually moves the needle. Next up, I'm covering the tax moves that can save you thousands before the end of the year. You don't want to miss that one. I'll see you in the next video.